Hello future tech leaders, I am Sindhuja. Based on my own experience, I know that learning the right skills can shape our future. What if I say learning was as thrilled as the tech world itself? There we go. A cloud foundation, that's exactly what you will experience. From day one, you will be immersed in the interactive sessions and expert-led courses that covers most of the widely used technologies in the zone of data science to cloud computing, which brings more light to the life of a techie. I'm so excited to help you and unlock the true potential of a technology. Well, then why to wait? Let's see what it unfolds.
You click on this. You have to. There's nothing for this. So if you have fulfillments and credits for this vendor written authorization, then you have to delete those. And then you have to delete the vendor written authorization. You go into actions and delete. This is what you have to do. See, now that is deleted, but the rest of the vendor written authorizations are still there. Let's not delete all. I was just showing you, so we'll have to delete all these things. And only then you can disable the feature that I was talking about, which is vendor return authorizations. This part. So request for quote and requisitions. Now these are two different options. Purchase requests. What exactly this means is internally your employees can put in the request for certain material. Let us say there is a guy from the facilities. He is a facilities manager. He wants to buy some furniture for your company. Then he can print in the purchase request by going into transactions, purchases and purchase requests and enter request for quote. This is what it is. Enter request for quote is nothing but your purchase request. Somebody has changed this name again. So, like the way I have shown you the other day, you go into rename record transactions and purchase for contract order. Blanket purchase order only. Which is a request. I don't see what was the name that was set up here. Request for quote. I don't know if it's there, but request for quote. This is nothing but your RFQ. You can change the name to purchase request also. Just like the way you want it. You can change it to purchase request also. So that is what your purchase request is. Now, what is a purchase requisition? So, purchase requisition is your internal department wants to buy something from outside. Let us say 10 computers or 10 laptops, whatever it is. So, you can create a purchase requisition with multiple vendors in it. Vendor A, vendor B, vendor C. Whoever is offering me the best price, I can create a purchase order against that particular vendor. That is what is your purchase requisition order. We'll see all these in detail. Purchase contracts, blanket purchase orders, how all these things are done on NetSuite. I will show it to you when we are doing the transactions in detail. Any questions on this? I've already explained to you what is a blanket purchase order. I want to purchase some material with standard intervals. Every first of every month I want to purchase something from a vendor. In that case, I entered the blanket purchase orders. What is a purchase contract? Purchase contract is done in between the vendor's items and the subsidiaries. So what happens is from a particular vendor, a particular material is 1 salazin. But if I purchase that before March 31st, there is an offer or there is a contract that you want to deal with the vendor. If I place so and so quantity for that particular item, I get it only 900. In that case, you can create a purchase contract within next week. Coming to your any questions on that, or do you want me to explain that again? So, coming to the sales part, whatever we dealt with now is basic features. Now, under the basic features, you will have some advanced features for the sales. For shipping and receiving, for billing and for payment processing. These are the detailed, features that you have for each of them. So what is multiple prices? Multiple prices it is an ability to set up a default price level for each customer. So you may not want to sell with the same amount for all the customers. There is a 10-year-old customer who always has been with you and you want to give this particular item for $100 only or $1,100 only. And there is a brand new customer who is dealing with us and who's doing a business and you may not want to give it the same price. You might want to give him for $200 that particular item. In that case, you can enable multiple prices. And at each customer level, you can define what is the price for that particular item on that customer. And whenever you select that customer and the item automatically picks up the price that you have defined for that customer. You don't have to, change it manually, but it automatically picks it up. That is what is your multiple prices does. Now, when I am dealing with the transactions, whenever I am doing the transactions, I will go back to these features again. I will explain you why exactly that feature is working because we have enabled this particular thing. So, as of now, you may not be able to understand the entire concept that I'm talking about this, but when we are dealing with transactions, I will switch back and forth between the enabled features, accounting, preferences, wherever required. And I will show you why exactly that particular feature is working and what have we enabled in the features and the accounting preferences that this feature is working so in a particular manner. What is quantity pricing? So quantity pricing is, all these things, but you may not know the terminology. That is the only difference. Quantity pricing is nothing but if a customer is buying 50 quantity from me, I want to give it for $10,000. If he is buying 100 quantity, then I want to give it for 900. If he is buying 150, then I would give it for 800. So, in that way, you can define the quantity pricing within the system. So, whenever you are taking that quantity, whenever you're giving that quantity on a sales order, then automatically it picks up that price that you have set up as part of the quantity pricing levels. Any questions on that? Hope you understood the concept. So what is a gross profit? You can track the gross profit of the item and at the transaction level as well, just in case if you enable this. If you don't enable it anyways, you can find it at the sales order level. But if you enable this, you can check the profit at the item and the transaction levels as well. There are certain promotion codes that you can, allow the customers to redeem certain coupons, or you can prepare certain promotional codes and send it as flyer to your customers. Auto apply promotion. So do you want these promotions to be applied automatically is what is shown. It's been showing here. So in the shipping and receiving, what is automatic location assignment? When you are fulfilling certain things. When you are fulfilling, in the sense, when you're sending out the material from the warehouse, do you want the location to be assigned automatically, or do you want the warehouse people to assign the location? So usually this is not enabled because you don't want the automatic location assignment system automatically picks up the location based on the quantity available, and so on and so forth. So instead of that, they want to do this manually, and that's the reason it is not enabled. Pick, pack and ship. So these are three different activities which are performed as part of the warehouse outgoing goods. Whenever you want to ship something, you want the warehouse people to pick it. You want them to pack, and you want them to be shipping it out of the warehouse. So these three. You can enable these three things so that these are three different stages of your picking, packing and shipping orders. So fulfillment request is nothing but you can add this fulfillment request to your goods. Whenever you want to send them out, you can add this as an additional step. This is just like the in-transit payments that we spoke about a little while ago. And then advanced receiving. So this actually gives gives a separate process for the billing and accounting departments receiving and the accounting departments. You will have two different options enabled for this advanced receive. So that's about this. Billing coming to your billing. Bill cost to customers. So if you want to add additional cost to your customers for reimbursement, you can actually do that for billing the cost to customers. So these are again subscription billing and advanced subscription billing. These are the advanced features again, like the RM multi-book accounting. Subscription billing is also advanced feature. Advanced subscription billing is another feature that you do not need to concentrate on as of now. Any questions on that? Credit card payments. You can enable them to receive credit card payments from your customers whenever you want to. Whenever someone makes a credit card payment, do you want to receive that or not is what's here. And then you have PayPal integration, for the payments which need to be done. These are all the integrations that you have here. Payment links. So you can create invoices with a link for straightforward payment. So if you you might be paying some school fees or you might be paying anything. So this payment links can be generated. You click on that payment link, it will take you to them, some raise up pay, and then you end up putting in your credit cards and then making a payment over there. So that is what is your payment link all about. You can generate that payment link if you enable that particular feature. So that is about your transactions. Now, inventory. Items in an inventory is it's a bigger topic, so we will deal with that tomorrow. But let's not end the session straight away. There are certain things that you can actually look into. The employees part. So this employee part is a part of the HR management system. Just like the way you have your procure to pay order to cash record to report design to build what else? Lead to quote marketing to return on investment. there is something called as the HR management as well. But from my personal experience, out of 5 years of NetSuite experience that I have, usually people do not go for this HR management on NetSuite. For every ERP, there are certain limitations. So for the HR portal, usually they go for like ADP, or they go for some advanced accounting and advanced HR portals rather than NetSuite. So I did see. It's not that nobody takes the HR portal, but there is a different team altogether which handles this. It's not the general implementation consultants who do it. With what I know for the past 5 years that I've been implementing, the HR management tool is a separate process and there is a separate team which actually handles this. So we don't touch this. This particular tab, when we are dealing with the enabled features, it is only the company accounting transactions items and inventory and CRM. The other parts, the analytics, the suite cloud, this is all for the technical guys. For the technical consultants who have been doing suite, cloud is completely, the suite scripts, the scriptlets. There are certain technical aspects that are their suite flows custom GL line. So this is all a part of the technical implementation, web presence and suite cloud. This is completely a part of the technical implementation. Consultants like the site builder, website site builder, web store, advanced web search, advanced web reports. These are all a part of the technical implementation network, technical implementation, including the analytics. So just to give you a brief introduction of what analytics is all about, you must have heard the words like Cognos, Business Intelligence, Microsoft Dynamics. So these are all your reporting tools. NetSuite also has a lot of standard reports. If you go to your time and billable, these are the reports. If you go to purchases, these are the reports. If you go to your vendors and inventory items, these are the reports. However, there might be a custom requirement where the customer wants more reporting, which is achievable through the analytics. There's something called as analytics. So if you open this analytics, this is an advanced version again. So if you click on this analytics, you can pull the data from various tables. Now go to datasets. I'll just give you a brief introduction of what it is. So you can create your new data. So there are already existing data sets showing 18 data sets which were created earlier, but you can create your new data sets. I will go into this in detail when we are done with all the transactions. So you can create an account data set while all the fields on this will be available. You pull these fields. You pull these fields onto the hand side and it keeps displaying your data. So it keeps pulling all the information. This is nothing but your data sets. So you can export data to a CSV file. So if you click on this, it will display all the data which is related to that particular, all the accounts, GL accounts that you have here. So I have pulled in full name description. I have pulled a different account display name type and all these things we have pulled. So that is the reason you are able to see these information. That is what is your analytics all about. And this is very basic that I have shown you now. There are so many things that you can do with this. You can actually, you can filter these things as well. You can drop the fields here to add the criteria. Greater than 1, something like that. So you apply this criteria and then it gets applied over here. You can filter out the data. You can apply the data. So there are so many advanced things that you can do with Suite Analytics. And that is the topmost certification. Again, out of the 5 certifications that I mentioned, Suite Analytics is one of them. And Suite Analytics is the 5th top certification that is done as part of the net. Even I haven't done the Suite Analytics certification. This is also for the technical guys usually. But yes, the functional consultants also need to have knowledge about the Suite Analytics. So I'll show them to you. Show that to you in detail when we discuss about it. And finally, do not forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel.